great. We're going to do a podcast with broken throats. You break your throat? That's weird. And I break your throat. Sorry, I like to tell you that you broke your throat. But, Doc, how can I break it? It's broken. Shut up. It's broken. My throat hurts. I need a lozenge.
A lozenge.
But a lozenge. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Comics Noob podcast number double ones. Which is 11.
HE double hockey sticks.
Double one. HE double
thing,
hockey sticks number... Number 11. Welcome back, guys. And if you're just starting to listen to us, then welcome. But otherwise, welcome back. I am the Comics Noob. My name is Chris, or Ronan, if you've come from my Ronan Gaming stuff. And with me, as always, is my brother. Well, figuratively, yeah, you're my brother. Literally, he's my nephew. We're family. It's AJ Dubs, or Alex.
It's always AJ Dubs first. That's always what the introduction is.
That's good. I like it. So, yeah, man. So, guys, if you don't know what this podcast is, very briefly, I am an older gentleman getting back into comics, and I decided to do a little podcast with my nephew here, who has been reading comics for the past few years now. He had gotten back into them. I'm getting back into them. We're starting with number one issues. We had started with DC Rebirth, and from then on, we just go and take as many different comics as we can, series that we like, maybe some we don't like. Start at issue 1 of relative, if they just started recently, it's 2015-16. So, and we talk about them, and we give you our impressions. And this is a non-spoiler free podcast. So there are spoilers. If you haven't read these things, sorry, go read them, or listen to us and then go read them. It's fine. So we are going to be talking. We got a lot to do this week because we're going to be doing 4 comics. The last of which is kind of big, and last week we did a big double feature with Batman, Killing Joke, the Batman comic, Suicide Squad Rebirth, and Suicide Squad movie. We went a really long time, Suicide Squad, that movie, and so we have to catch up on a bunch of shit. We're missing 1 or 2, I think, that we would normally talk about at this juncture in the cycle, but yeah, we got a lot to talk about. This week we're talking about The Flash, number 4 from DC Rebirth. The Punisher, 2016, number 4. A new book that's just started by the main man, Ed Brubaker. Kill or Be Killed, number 1 from Image. Awesome comic. And last but not least, the big burrito, DC Rebirth. Part of DC Rebirth, All-Star Batman by our man, Scott Snyder. Number 1, All-Star Batman. So, with all that, mi amigos, let us go ahead and start. The Flash, number 4. Numero cuatro, number 4. Okay, we're going to be, I think we need to be a little bit quicker, a little more brief than we usually are with this. Because we got a lot to get through. We're tired. You know, Jesus Christ, it's like 8:45 at night. It's so late right now. We also are doing this a lot sooner than we do. We're doing this on a Friday. Normally we don't record till Sunday or Monday, and I try and get it out at least by Monday. I like to get the episodes out later in the week as opposed to like the day the comic books come out, because I like having everyone have read them. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I give everyone a chance it gives us a chance to read them, and you know, we're continually getting more and more comics. So, you know, we're just constantly adding to our repertoire. We were like, we're not going to talk that many, and we end up talking about a lot. So, anyway. On to The Flash, number 4. Very briefly, I'll very briefly go over what happens. So we learned about Godspeed last issue. One of the coolest looking characters ever, right? We know Barry Allen has been, last issue he learned about the Star City Labs Speed Force Training Center, and now he's become a teacher. So he's there teaching. He's talking to Mina. Mina realizes, she says, "Hey, check this out. I figured out some shit." Really cool concept. When 2 of the new speedsters get close to each other, the Speed Force tries to connect, locks onto each other, and awesome. basically causes kind of puts them in competition.
It's
is
like
basically
whoever
what I
goes
got out
faster
of it.
kind of takes the life out of the other one, pretty much. Like Takes all the speed.
Yeah, and that's how. Right, and I guess that's how Godspeed took or killed those guys and took their speed force from them. Yeah. He took the speed force from them. So, really interesting concept. We have our main man August come back. A lot of main men this episode. He comes back and he's like, "Hey, look, he's like, hey, I'm healing. Speed Force heals me." He's, "Yeah, don't let anyone else see that shit." We got everyone in the same room together this time. We got August, we got Flash, and we got Iris shows up, and Mina's sitting there. Like, it's like, Jesus, you know? So Iris shows up, so August comes in and says, "Hey, check this out. I went through the crime scene stuff. It's pretty messed up. This guy, Godspeed, is like a ghost." Then Iris walks in and says, "Listen, I'm giving you 24 hours with this info. Do what you will, but in 24 hours, this thing is going viral." And she's basically just like, you know, just throws some things about Dr. Carver and Black Hole and how they were doing some experiments with the Speed Force. Barry's like, "What the F?" And he's like, "I'm out. We got to check this out." Mina's like, "I'm coming with you because I have a really awesome new black and yellow costume."
And we're just gonna like.
Meanwhile, August still has his.
Life from each other, you know?
Yeah, I love how all the Speed Force trainees and Mina have these sick ass costumes, and he's still steampunk Flash right now, August. But I like it though. I like his shit. So they head over to.
I like it.
They head over to. Yeah, definitely, you know. And I don't think we've seen Dr. Carver yet, right? Oh, maybe we did in the very first issue. Maybe we saw him like once say something, if I remember. So they show up at the Black Hole, which is fucking hilarious to say. They show up at the Black Hole base, and they're like, he's like, "Carver, you're fucking dick. What are you doing?" And he's like, "Shut up. I'm gonna be a classic villain, and I did something to myself, and now I have Speed Force in me. So I'm gonna control." Oh my god, I can't control it! Turns into a motherfucking speed demon.
Fucking awesome.
Get it? A speed demon. Get it? Ah. So fucking. Anyway, that's a really
we didn't
sick.
Invite the cricket onto the podcast, so you could have been here to.
Oh, I should put one in. I'm not gonna put one in. Really awesome image though of him turning into this demon thing, the speed demon. All right. So then, guess what? Guess who shows up? The chick that I think isn't that the chick that he helped vibrate back down?
I think so.
The chick with the purple hair. Yeah. Okay, what's her name again? I forget her name.
He says it right here.
Avery.
Damn it.
Avery and a new kid named Scott. So 2 trainees show up with August to help, and dude, just some really cool stuff. You know, really awesome speed stuff. First, they try like going reverse, like they try to battle him by throwing some speed stuff at him. So they both. I love this spinning the arms thing. Like they use this basically in every issue. I think this spinning the arm thing. So first of all, this monster, he doesn't know what this guy's like. Basically going to die. He's like killing himself by this monster's just like I don't know, dude. It's just like a classic story where it's like we have this big monster. He's growing. What are we going to do? Well, we have plenty of time to have some narrative in here and talk out loud about the ideas we want to do to stop him.
Yeah, exactly.
It was cool though, you know. But again, they're spinning their hands, and it's like the Speed Force is linking them. Then they decide to do what Mina had discovered, which was instead of racing against him to try and reverse it, let's race him instead. We're going to outrace him, he says. And those 3 panels are fucking so cool, man. I'm telling you, this comic, I love the lighting effects of this comic.
I love when they're running around
they race against it.
That shit is fucking awesome.
Yeah, those 3 panels are amazing, and just lightning everywhere. If this comic had a subtitle, I'd just call it Lightning Crackle. Like
it looks like you. It looks like you took like 3 different types of fruit roll-ups, and just twirled them together, and then just like ignited that shit in electricity. And then you'd have that. You'd have what's going on there.
It's beautiful. Hell yeah. Yeah, it's like I'm going to ignite my fruit roll up and throw it in my face. So they succeeded, and they pulled the Speed Force out of him, right out of his ass. And he's like, he's all fucked up. And he's like, this is pretty fucking awesome. I'm pretty awesome as the Flash. I like being a teacher. We get a kiss. Mina finally like mans up and grows a pair and kisses him. And he's like, this is awesome. Right? Job well done, everybody. Let's fuck. But they don't. But they probably will. Dude, her fucking... I love her suit, dude. That gold and black. So he's like, you know what? You know what? I'm gonna... Yeah, you know what? Hey, guess what? My name's Barry Allen. I'm the fastest man alive. But you guys are coming in a close second, which sucks for me. But check this out. Takes his hood off. He's all looking all debonair and sexy, and she's like, "Oh my, I'm gonna suck that D." So I like the next. It says next Barry Allen's Day Off. I heard in my head when I read that, I went. So that's what's coming. It's gonna be Barry Allen's Day Off. He's gonna go into the city of Chicago. He's gonna sing Twist and Shout on a float while his dad's looking down at a, Anyway, so that's basically what happened this episode. Damn it, this issue. Real quick, one-page thing of the new Wally West trying to Speed Force his fucking suit on, or no, create a new suit from the Speed Force, which is what they do now. Remember, Wally was like, "I'm just gonna make myself a new suit. I'm cool."
Manifest the suit, they say.
And it's like, I thought it was so cool, man. It was dope. He's just like in his own room trying to manifest. Like, that's fucking cool, man. That is just fucking cool.
He's just gonna get stronger,
Yeah, but wait, and then so he's like, I need some help, and he sees that there's a posting that says, did you recently get hit by lightning and experiencing or exhibiting speed powers, come to Star Labs to get trained. So he's going to show up there. I actually thought I saw him. The next panel, there's a kid that looks like him in the middle, but I guess that's not him because Barry would have noticed that it's him, and he would have seen the Flash. Again, they haven't had a monster issue yet, like that we have to fight a monster. I thought this was such a fun issue, man. I'm really enjoying this comic. I'm just like, we're getting a little bit of story. We get a lot of speed stuff. Again, this is my first Flash comic. It really, oh god, I love it. I love it. It's that's what I'm saying. The subtitle of this series should just be like Crackle, Crackle, Sound of Crackle or something. We might have some copyright infringement though with the streaming service Crackle, but I really like it. I think it's really cool. I just like the story that they're going with. I had an issue with the art this one. I know you said you like it, but his name is Goog. The dude's name is Goog, I think. Googe, Goog. I'm going to tell you, I'm not a fan. I think Barry Allen's head is way too big.
I think you're just a hater.
Barry Allen's head I love the colors. I just don't like the way it looks. And they also made Wally West look really like he look at least 5 years younger than he is in the original. Well, not the original, but in the previous issues, the first 3. I don't like it. I don't know. I'm not a fan. Look, it looked amazing. I love the coloring. I looked amazing. I was just not. Okay, here's the thing. I'm just not a fan of the art. It's great art. Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed the art, but I guess I'm just biased because I'm a fanboy of the previous 3 issues, and I fucking love that art. I want my comics to look like that. Like, I love for one of the stories I'm thinking of, but I just really love that previous art style by, what's his name? Domenico? Is that his name?
Yeah. I have no idea how to fucking pronounce that shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't help it. I just really enjoy Giandomenico. That's his name. Fucking love. I can't express enough how much I love that art. It's so, you know what the problem is? It's his art. That art is so fucking fluid. Like, the way he draws, everything is in motion. Everything has motion in it. And you really feel like the speed and everything. This guy's art is very static to me. You know what? And I think that's the problem. Everything was too static. Because even when, dude, in the previous issues, even when they're standing there talking, there's motion, dude. There's always something going on. Either August is like looking back at the Flash, or Flash is looking at something, or one of them is taking a step, or just have stepped down or twisted. Dude, that guy's just an amazing artist. And
wrong, but wasn't there always previously lightning just like around Flash, like while he's standing there? Yeah,
all the time. Yeah,
that's missing.
All the time.
I don't like that because the lightning.
His suit glows. If you notice what he did, he has the lines in his suit
but
glow.
Still, that's not the same. I don't like that as much.
No, of course not. Not at all. No, and not all the time. Only like only like at certain times. Like I'm looking back at these panels now, and it's when he's talking to Mina, it's glowing like he's like getting a hard on or something. The Speed Force is, So yeah, I mean, look, it was cool art, but I'm a way bigger fan because that art. Now when you look at especially the same comic, when you look at different art styles, and you see, it's like fuck, that guy's really good. The way, not just the penciling, like the way, but just the movement in every panel, so good. So anyway, I think we've said enough about this one. This was it was a great issue. If you haven't read it, read it. Really fucking good. I'm enjoying where they're going with the story. We're getting a little bit more every time. Sometimes that doesn't happen, and this time it did. It does in this issue, in this comic. Okay, so I guess that's it. So let's just move to the Punisher number 4. Punisher number 4. This one's going to be really quick. Really quick. Yeah. It was great. The end. Moving on. No. Car chase. Car chase scene.
Pretty much. Just an awesome fucking car chase scene. Like what's happening.
Motorcycle. Guns. Guys messed up on that drug. The little girl has she's got comedy relief in it. Great. Guy gets run over by a truck. Crunch, blood everywhere. Right?
Pretty fucking much.
Amazing. A woman gets threatened
the guy
to shoot herself in the head.
Fucking best part. Fucking
yep.
Awesome.
Fucking guy falls out of the helicopter. Headshots. Blood and gore.
Blood and gore. That's pretty much it right there. Blood and gore.
Guy gets his nose broken. Vest gets blown up. Dude. Just great. Great stuff. Fantastic stuff. No, this was another great issue. This is not a cerebral type of comic at all. It's just fucking Punisher, man. I used to read Punisher back in the day, and this is like cool classic Punisher to me. It's just awesome. I love it. Car chase. I mean, there isn't much you could say. The art is very expressive. I love the color. I love everyone's like got some meat on them, like they look like, I don't know, I just like it. It's just good. Caltrops, man. Motherfucker drops caltrops on his fucking awesome. Van. I want this van. This is the fucking, this van is tight, man. Fucking awesome. So basically, guys, it's just a from the last issue, Face showed up chasing down Frank's van, which now looks like a minivan all of a sudden. What happened? Oh, wait, whose van was this? Was this their van? No, this is his van because he's got buttons and stuff. It was how does he know where to like press all the buttons and stuff then?
Maybe it was his van. Oh,
I don't know.
Yeah, no,
it's got all guns and no, it is his van
because they were shooting at it and they were like, he's actually in the fucking van. Remember,
dude? Is this a different artist? It doesn't look like it, but it might be because this van is a different fucking van, dude. That other van looked different. Anyway, whatever. It doesn't matter. Anyway, he's got his awesome van. The guy gets in the back of the van. He looks at the fucking rocket launchers, and he's like, oh, cool, a rocket launcher. And she's like, hey, I'm telling. And he fucking just releases a fucking panel on the floor, and the guy goes rolling and gets crunched by the other truck, And the girl's like, good job. Fucking very cool, man. I mean, there's not a whole lot we could say. Story-wise, again, awesome car chase, Olaf visits the woman who was doing the experiments and basically leaves a gun for her and says, those bullets aren't for him, they're for you. Trust me, that's more mercy than Frank will ever give you. So this guy's like, listen, Face is being a dickhead. You should probably kill yourself. Face is probably going to get killed by Frank. So, Then you have the dumbass DEA. I feel so bad for these stupid people. They're like chasing fucking rabbits. They're not going to catch Frank, Crazy. So this woman's a good marksman. She clips the guy's arm next to Face. Face apparently is dead shot and can fucking hit a guy in a moving helicopter without any issues while driving a van. Henderson, the idiot, falls out, gets caught. So that's where we are. Henderson took Face, so he's probably going to mutilate him or something.
Dude. I love how everyone's getting fucking shot.
Oh, they're great. They're just really awesome. Great, yeah. I mean, there's not a lot much more we could say about it. It's a great comic. It ended really well. This woman's pissed. She is pissed. Right?
Fuck
telling
it,
you, man.
Nobody better get in her way. That's all I gotta say to that.
She's pissed. Agent Ortiz, man. So anyway, yeah, not much. I think, yeah, it's fun romp. It's a fun car chase, bullets, blood. So if you're into that, it's classic Punisher. I am, but I am intrigued to see where he goes next, because now we just ended this little bit, right? This little scene, this little tiny arc.
Probably.
We've ended it. Now we're going to go into the next section where's he going to go next? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? This is in Virginia, I think. So now where's he going to go next? What's the next thing? And Face, I will say this. I really like the concept of how Face was like this, the boss is like hired, like, crazy man, right? This guy's nuts. He takes people's faces off and hangs them on his wall. He's gone off the rails even more now, and he's basically gone rogue. So I'm curious to see what happens. I want this guy to last at least till like middle of the series to face off with Frank, and then Frank just fucking destroys him, I think I'm going to predict that Face is going to hurt him bad, but Frank's going to prevail. Yeah. It's going to be one of those things. Classic. Dude, this is an action movie in print. It's so good, It's like a good, really good 80s action movie. Maybe 90s. Maybe like a Lethal Weapon type of... I'll say maybe 90s, yeah. Good stuff, though. Yeah, I don't know. Good stuff. I like it. It's a fun-ass comic. I'm enjoying the shit about it. That doesn't make any sense. But yeah.
Enjoying the shit about it. There you go. Fuck it.
That's it. I don't know. Whatever. So,
what's next on the agenda?
So next is, dude, let's start. Killer Be Killed, #1. Image Comics, Ed Brubaker, Sean Phillips, Elizabeth Breitweiser. Dude, guys, you got to read this comic. This is such a cool comic. I forget which, I think it was the back of The Walking Dead, I think. One of their issues, because, or was it someone else? Who else was it? Or maybe Saga. Maybe it was one of the Saga issues. I saw the first couple pages. They had the preview of it, and I was like, oh, that looks interesting. And then when you said, dude, you got to get Killer Be Killed, I was like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, I read that. I remember that. I read that. So here's how I got. Listen, you hear that? I actually have the physical copy of Killer Be Killed. I get all mine digital, but I was like, Alec was like, you need to get that physical. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna get the physical. So the movie theater where I saw Suicide Squad, a couple doors down from it, because it's in like a town, like a main street type of village town, about 15 minutes from my house. There's a comic book shop called Android Comics, right down the road from me, and I walked in right after Suicide Squad, and I was like, "Do you have Killer Be Killed?" And they were like, "We got one more copy left," and I picked it up. So, okay, Killer Be Killed. Alec, would you like to describe? Would you like to just give a brief overview of what the story is?
What I think is awesome is that there's no ads, like, at all in this whole thing. It's just straight through. There's no
well, in the back. There's ads
after
in the
the story though. You know what I mean? It's awesome.
Yeah. Oh yeah, true.
So basically, it opens up, and this guy's just fucking blowing people apart, and he's saying all this. He's like narrating all this stuff that could basically be related to what's going on right now in the real world as well.
Right, so he narrates. He's basically. It's one of those things where he's narrating his life, and he goes, "Well, hold on, I've gone ahead. Let me go back and tell you from the beginning." Type of thing.
And he's just walking around, fucking blowing people away. You don't know why, which is, and it's awesome. It's awesome. I love when he's killing these fucking.
It's completely not what I thought it was going to be. It's completely not what I thought it was going to be.
All right, and then yeah, like you said, it goes back to the beginning, and then he's on the bus, and he's talking about. What this is like when things change, when he started to see things differently or whatever, and it's like this guy being a fucking prick to him. Yeah,
on the bus with his girlfriend, like catcalling his girlfriend.
They fought about it and all that.
He's like, "Yeah, you think I'm a pussy?" And she's like, "Whatever, I don't want to talk about it." Whatever.
She probably doesn't even care. What the fuck is that?
Right. So his girlfriend breaks up with him. He's a college kid at NYU.
And then his girlfriend breaks up with him, and then he decides to...
his name is Dylan. Yeah.
Good old Dylan.
So he tries to kill himself, yeah.
Good old Dylan tries to jump off a
He tried to kill himself more than once, actually.
Yeah.
Remember?
He said I think he tried pills or something like that. Yeah, he said he took a bunch of pills and woke up in the hospital. And it said he kicked him out of college for that. Damn, man.
Yeah. Yeah. So they so what does he do? Idiot.
He jumps off, and then what? He gets tangled in clotheslines or some shit like that.
He jumps off a building. No, he fell off the building. I think. Did he fall? I think he slipped.
Yeah. It looked like he didn't jump when he was ready. He was like about to say no, like he wasn't gonna jump, and then that's like right when he fell, and he hits like these clotheslines. And then doesn't die, and just hits the ground, and he's like, "Holy fuck!"
Yeah, and then I love life. I love life. Oh my god! But we'll go back like they do in the story. So the story goes back and forth, and it does it really well. So basically, his best friend is a girl, and
he's like in love with her.
She's dating. Yeah, she's dating. Her name is Kira, and she's dating his roommate, who's like Mason, his like best friend. So she's dating him, and they weren't
so dating until after they moved in together, right? Him and this guy. So like that's gotta suck for him, That's really suck for him.
Yeah, and it was his friend. Exactly. And then so he hears them fucking, and then whatever. But what happens is she starts fucking with him. So, like, he went to go out to get, like, a pizza, and all of a sudden she starts making out with Dylan, the main character. So she starts making out with him, and he's like, what? Okay, yeah, great. And then from then on out, like, whenever like, they would be alone together for, like, even a second, they'd, like, start making out and touching each other and shit.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
which I was like, yeah, go Dylan.
Go you. But then all of a sudden it just stopped. Oh, no, he overheard her saying she feels sorry for him. Like, so he's like, well, she's only doing this because she feels sorry. She doesn't really care for me. Meanwhile, he's in love with her. So, it's a classic story. But here comes the twist. So what happens after he fucking falls and he goes home? And he's like, I'm just going to sleep this off.
Fucking demon comes out of nowhere, or Satan. I thought it was Satan, but, I mean, he said it was a demon, right? Did he say it was a demon? Yeah,
he's calling it a demon, but this black, shadowy demon.
Awesome fucking thing. Like, it's like a face floating in a shadow. These fucking horns, man. Awesome.
Really, really cool. The artwork is what I call hyper realistic. So obviously it's drawn and penciled and inked, but it's got a tone of realism. So it looks like people posed and they just drew the people that were posed. Like, those are they're realistic poses. So it really grounds the comic instead of being this fantastical with exaggerated movements. It looks
IRL.
really good.
Yeah.
Exactly. Really, really great fucking shadow work, and so there's just a bunch of pages.
Yeah, this guy basically, this Satan dude says he's gonna kill for him. And he said, bad people who deserve death, one each month.
No. Yeah, no, you said that wrong. It's like he's saying if he wants to stay alive, because he has to pay for getting his life back.
For not dying when he jumps.
You now have to kill... Yeah, now you have to now take a life a month to satisfy the fact that, that's your payment to continue to live, because you should have died.
He's saying it's bad people who deserve death and shit.
Right, so he's basically enlisted Dylan to kill bad people, one every month. Not very similar to another comic that we've been reading, Lucas Stan. So now we're reading two comics that we're going to talk about.
This is
two comics,
more realistic, I would say.
That was literally Lucifer and stuff. This is a little more like supernaturally. So he breaks fucking Dylan's arm. Kira walks in and says, "Oh my god, what happened?" He's like, "No, I fell out of my bed." She takes me to the hospital, and so he's basically like, "That must have been a fucking fever dream. Maybe I was hurt more than I thought I was, and this and that." And he keeps going, and towards the end of the month, he starts getting really sick, like really fucking sick, like he wants to fucking die. And he's like, this is dumb. This is in my head. And he starts getting these things like, well, I'm supposed to fucking kill. He starts seeing the demon. It's like 3 days left. You have 3 days left. And he starts to like, like see the demon and everything. And he's like, look.
He's like haunted by it. Yeah.
I don't know what to do. Yeah, he's being haunted. And, you know.
Then he gets his ass kicked by some bums.
Right. He's out because what was he doing outside? He was going to go to the hospital or something, I think. Yeah, he was going to the emergency room in the middle of like a snowstorm. And this takes place in New York City, which is awesome. So these 2 bums show up, right?
Yeah, the 2 bums show up. Kicking the shit out of him. They're like, cocksucker, motherfucker, dog-ass bitch. And then they the one pulls out a fucking gun.
Says, cracks him across the face.
Listen up, dick cheese.
I love that.
That's
awesome.
all you got. Fucking cracks him. So,
one more day. That's all you've got. And he's like,
what? Our Satan demon character.
His demon pal. But here's what's great. So he's laying there half dead in the snow. And he's like, and the second I gave in, the second I told myself I was actually going to commit a homicide, I felt better. How fucked up is that? So he's laying there and he's like, I think I'm going to go and kill these 2 guys. Because those are bad guys, right? Yeah. Those are bad guys. So I think he actually got it.
Yeah.
You know, I think at that point he's like, oh, those are because the demon told him that he's like, how am I supposed to find those people? He's like, they're everywhere. So I think this is like, so now I think what we're going to end up seeing is like one of those movies where it's like, there's someone always watching people and he notices like like there's that one person that'll watch and notice bad people doing bad things.
Yeah.
Right? I think that's what, and then he's going to go follow him. Not again, like another thing that it's like is Unbreakable. M. Night Shyamalan, Unbreakable.
I actually just bought that at a thrift store. And the sole purpose to buy that movie was because there was a copy of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas there on PS2, right? And it was like a flawless copy. And I have 2 copies of that shit. Yeah. I did not want the game. The shit still had the fucking poster in it. Okay? I wanted the fucking poster. Oh. And I could not decide what cheap-ass movie to buy to stick the poster inside the case and get the poster out, you know? Because I feel like somebody would have said something if they saw me just jacking the poster out of that shit.
Right.
So I'm looking around, and then I'm like, Unbreakable, hell fucking yeah. And it's like this like 2-disc special edition. And it was like $2. Awesome. I'm like, yeah, stick that shit in there.
Perfect.
Man. Take it. Let's go.
Yep, there you go. No, that's so very like that. So I think that's what it's going to end up being like. I'm really psyched about this, man. I'm like, I like this. I really like this comic. I'm really
wait to see what happens next in this shit.
I'm really like intrigued to see where it goes, and I think it's going to be one hell of a ride.
I don't know if you've read Sin City, the comics. It gives me a bit of a Sin City vibe, the way it's written.
Yeah,
like the 2 or 3 pictures, and then the long side panel on the left of words. You know, that was
yes.
Type of deal.
So I like it. We're going to see his the number 2 when he makes his first kill, I guess. We're going to check that out. Ed Brubaker is... I really like that guy. And I also heard about this on one of the podcasts that I listened to on the Word Balloon with John Sunstress. I think I'm saying his name right. Ed Brubaker, I heard an interview with him, and he had mentioned this and stuff, but he writes a lot of like noir stuff, and that's really cool, like Criminal. I want to check out Criminal. Criminal looks like a cool comic.
Yeah.
You know, Image just puts out a lot of cool shit.
To read some noir shit, you know, I never really got into it, but I'd like to.
I started reading Weird Detective. I mean, that's not necessarily noir, but that's like another like little offshoot of like, you know, in its own little thing. I read the first issue of that. I'm waiting for the second issue. I don't think it's out yet, but anyway, so back to Kill or Be Killed. I think it's fucking a great idea. I'm really psyched for it, and I'm really looking forward to it. So, you guys check it out. Let us know what you think. If you've read it, let us know what you think's going to happen. You've heard our little spiel of what we think might go down in the next issue or the coming issues. I like it though, man. I'm psyched. Maybe I'll buy this one in physical all the time.
Yeah, if it's gonna be like this with no ads and no nothing like that, just straight through, man, I think that's.
I might do that. I may just do that. I don't know. It'd be like the only one. So, okay, now that we've done that, I think it's time to go to the big guns.
All-Star Batman.
The big guns. You're right. All-Star Batman. All-Star
Batty
motherfucking Batman. All right, so Snyder, hot off of New 52 Batman, right? Wait, was he or was he Eternal?
Yeah.
No, he was Eternal.
He was New 52. Yeah.
Was he New 52?
Yeah, Scott
had that right.
Snyder and Capullo.
Oh yeah, okay. So and then he did the he passed the torch to Tom King, who, if you guys listen to us, we love Tom King on Batman. So I got to tell you, I didn't know what to expect. I've never read an All-Star series, so I didn't know what the fuck to expect. Like I don't know why it's called All-Star. I don't know what it means.
I'm
I don't
kind of getting the vibe. Maybe it's the people that are
big cast.
People that are cast that are casted to like draw it and write it and everything. I think that's what it might be.
So, which cover did you get? Because there's a variant of Batman where it's a red background.
That's the one that I got.
With Batman.
That's the one that I got.
Fuck yeah, dude. That has got to be the fucking sickest. I'm going to put this on Instagram, guys. I'm going to post this on Instagram.
I didn't post all the issues. I didn't post anything?
I don't think you did.
All right, I got to get on that. Shit, that sucks.
Get on that. Yeah, dude, do that. Yeah, can you take a close-up of that one? Because I want to put that up
right
there.
Now as we speak. It'll be...
Yeah, put that up there, man. Go check out the Instagram at TheComicsNoob. On Instagram, you'll see it. Should be up there by the time you guys hear this. And that one with the chainsaw is kind of cool, though, too. I saw that. I'm like, what is that?
That I was going to buy.
So let's go into the story real quick. So basically, it starts out where Batman's being chased by these two bug-looking guys. They're hired guns.
Yeah. What
all right,
Firefly and
you're like,
shit.
Yeah, and you're like, what? You're like, what is going on? And like what the hell? They chase him into the they crash into a diner, which is I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then it does flashbacks, like 22 minutes ago, and then it goes 2 hours ago, and then it's like 2 weeks ago, and then it goes back. I really love that type of storytelling. 20 minutes, and then so it's cutting back and forth. Basically, it turns out, so the overall arc at this point is Two-Face he set some acid rain upon the city of Gotham, burned a whole bunch of people, and he also happens to have information on like everyone in the city. I don't know how, and he's like, he wants to turn everyone into a villain, basically not unlike the Killing Joke, where the Joker was like, it takes one bad day to turn a good person into me. He's trying to show that everyone has two faces.
Yeah, which is also it also kind of reflects the Red Hood. there was a variation of Red Hood and the Red Hood gang. I don't remember. I think it was. Fuck, man. I don't know. I don't want to say the wrong series. I'm not sure, but I know that.
All right. Well, if it comes back to you, so something similar
of the Red Hood gang, where basically like politicians and people that were like higher ups and company fat cats and shit like that, like anybody who paid for shit to get done. You know what I mean? They were all basically blackmailed into being members of the Red Hood gang, and it got the Red Hood gang like further access to do more like crazy criminal shit. Kind of reminds me of that.
All right, so. That's it. He's and like you said, criminal. He wants to turn everyone into a criminal. And Batman's arguing with him. So I mean, I'm not going to go through because the story goes back and forth a lot. So rather than me spending 20 minutes describing how it goes back and forth, it jumps time back and forth the whole issue, giving you the backstory. So just go read it out. But we do get some key scenes. One where we finally get to see Duke
awesome
in his fucking
uniform.
Awesome fucking yellow fucking decked out fucking bat uniform. And they keep saying, I like this younger,
Gordon.
What's his face? Gordon too. I like this. He's very Gary Oldham from the Nolan verse. I like, but Duke's fucking shit is fucking great. So, but he got hurt apparently, right? So he's hurt. I love that panel where they're bumping fists. Like,
yeah, dude, it makes me feel like he's
it's just,
I don't know. He's recruiting. It seems like he's recruiting someone now to be like his equal, like it's like his partner rather than his like.
Well, you know what? I think he realized. I think he realized with Grayson, like, look at fucking Grayson becoming fucking Nightwing. Like, he graduated and became Nightwing. Look at fucking Tim Drake. Right? What did Tim Drake ever go on and do? God, I don't think I know that. Did he do anything?
Batman Beyond. I don't know.
Oh, that's Drake?
It was Tim Drake after it was Terry McGinnis. After, I think Terry McGinnis, like, died or some crazy shit like that. It was something.
But what happened after he became Robin? Like, after he was done being Robin?
That.
Drake.
He became Batman. He became,
was Robin, and then after...
Robin, and then he was Red Robin for a while. And you see a lot of Red Robin and Batman Eternal and Batman and Robin Eternal. And then there is a I don't want to say a story arc, but it's like, I'm pretty sure it's the whole new 52 Batman Beyond. That I think might still be going on right now, actually. They haven't done a rebirth of it yet. And Tim Drake is Batman in that shit. And Damian is supposedly Robin in like whatever Robin series is going on.
Well, I think Damian is now he's Robin, right? I guess, yeah. But where's Damian in this though? Like, that's the whole thing. I don't know. Again, you see, I still have a little bit of an issue with the fact that what is this story? How does this story work into Detective Comics? How does it work into
This is what I keep saying,
Batman?
That's
like,
what I gotta tell you every time.
It's not, right? So it's just, so how do I know? So this guy Duke, what is he gonna have? Like, is he gonna show up in a different comic? Like what? Like, I kind of don't like that there's so many simultaneous stories that don't have anything to do with each other. It kind of makes it be like, well, I want to focus on, I mean, obviously I can just focus on one fucking thing, but I also want to read everything. So it's like, what do I do?
Yeah, but
so
what's
you're
the
gonna
point if they have 8 different series that are all following the exact same story arc, then it's fucking you, because now you have to buy them all to get all the fucking things.
Yeah,
you know?
I know, I agree, but that's my point though. Why do you have 8 different series going on at once? Do you really need that? Isn't that like overkill?
No,
like,
man,
too much?
Too much motherfucking Batman, please. What you mean too much?
No, that's true. All right, so anyway, so just to round this off, so basically he has stuff on everyone, and we find out something very upsetting. So they're in the ship. Okay, so what happens? So Batman is in the Batwing, taking. Apparently, there's something that we don't know about yet. Batman knows something. Batman is privy to information about Two-Face and something somewhere 500 miles outside of Gotham, and he's like, "Take me there, or I'll tell everybody. I'll lay everyone's secrets out on the table." He's like, "I'm going to take him." And Alfred's like, "Don't fucking do it." And he's like, "It's a bad idea." And he's like, "I'm going to do it anyway." And what happens is somehow someone finds the Batwing. That's when they get shot down. That's when he gets attacked at the diner. And it turns out, then there's this awesome fight scene in like a cornfield. Really fucking awesome. Where he's fighting there's 3 hired hired thugs, and he's like, he takes a chainsaw, man, Batman with a chainsaw, no cape and a chainsaw,
it cuts the fucking dude's arms off, this little pissant fucking red spider.
Yeah, and then dude, very very Kilgrave. He looks like Kilgrave for some reason. You know who Kilgrave is, right? From Jessica Jones.
I didn't watch that shit.
Oh, okay. He looks like Kilgrave. He wears like a purple suit, and he looks like that minus the half burn side. But obviously, it's not because it's a different company. But then, so when did he grab a new cape? I see it's on the ground. He picked it up. So he, whatchamacallit, he gets attacked by the townspeople. He ends up in the midst of him getting attacked by townspeople. He grabs Harvey and they steal a truck and they go take off. And then who is that jumps in the back of the truck?
I thought the way he grabbed him was fucking
the Invisible
awesome,
Man.
by the way.
Oh, what in the field?
Yeah, just like fucking.
Oh yeah, it was one of those like pulled them under. Yeah. So at the very end of the shot, he has. You can tell I'm getting more tired. I can't even talk. He puts Two-Face in the back of the trailer, the tractor trailer, jumps in, throws his little coin out the window, and some guy. He looks like he's all white, has no face. He's wearing a top hat.
That Alfred is the one that shot them down.
Well, I was about to get there. Yeah. So we find out that Alfred was the one that shot them down. I'm so sorry I had to do it. Obviously, there's something that in Alfred's past, or he did something that he doesn't want Bruce to know, and he's trying to prevent Two-Face from doing that. So basically, like they said in the very beginning, that he's a fugitive at this point, Batman, because Harvey's like, if you don't stop him, whatever, we're gonna fucking do whatever, like. So this guy jumped on the back of the truck. I don't know who this guy is. I really enjoyed Snyder's fucking awesome. I really enjoyed the story. I love how it goes back and forth. I love the time jumps. I love that we got to see Duke. I like the relationship between him and Duke. I like that he's still saying you're not going to be Robin. You're not Robin. I'm trying something different. Yet we still don't. Well, no, I guess we do know. Oh, and that'll lead into the next section. So this section is awesome. I really enjoyed. And what I mean by section is that in this comic, there was a whole nother comic in the back having to deal with specifically Duke. Which, by the way, I like the costume is different.
It is.
Can we talk about the costume for a second? Batman's costume in this, I'm not a huge fan, but at the same time,
it doesn't really look cool when it's drawn.
It's a
like
helmet.
This. Like it looks.
But dude, that one panel, dude, you gotta get. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to fucking screenshot this panel and put it up. It's top of the page right before he goes into right after he grabs his cape back.
And he puts it back on. He looks fucking awesome.
Dude, the cape is inside the chest piece, and the armor's got it looks like it's actual armor. His gloves are thick. It's an actual helmet. It's not just a cowl. It's a fucking helmet, and his gloves look thick, like he could punch through Superman.
Awesome is what it looks.
I like that. I like that, but most of the time it's drawn like shit.
It looks awesome in Rebirth.
No, I mean, not really drawn like shit. I don't know. At first I wasn't a fan of it, but then you see that panel and you're like, okay, that looks fucking dope. How
it's drawn a little
just
weird.
Really cool. I'm gonna post it. I gotta post a picture of that. All right, so that was that first section. All right, and this is a shoot off story, I guess. Al, right? It's the Cursed Wheel Part 1. Okay, so yeah, I don't like this. Yeah, I guess it's the same suit, but I'm not a fan of it. So the Cursed Wheel, we have a more art, like colorful drawing. I don't like. I mean, look, Duke's outfit's not bad in that either. I like it better in the first part. Both are written by Snyder, but I really like this one better though. I'm gonna tell you, Al, the one with the full face mask. It's very menacing looking.
First story, right? Yeah.
From the first section, I like that a lot better. So the second section, he's just got an open mouthpiece like Batman does. Again, it's a yellow and black suit. It looks really cool. So he's training Duke right now, and in the back cave, he devised a. This is where we get to find out a little bit about Duke. Not about Duke, but about what Duke's purpose is here. And Batman says to him, he says, look, this is a condensed version. This thing called the Cursed Wheel. Alfred calls it the Cursed Wheel. He says it's a condensed version of all my training, all my years abroad, but sharpened, applied to the tenets taught to me by Alfred. He says, look, I'm not looking to be a sidekick, Bruce. And he's like, it's not training to be a sidekick. It's the training that comes next. Every ally who's trained with me has gone through it, whether they know it or not. It's what comes at the end, what makes you who you are, the hero you'll become. So now we see that he's training him, or even the villain, he says villain. He says, Jason? No, someone else. Talking about, obviously, Jason and Todd as the Red Hood. Who, by the way, right now is a good guy. He's trying to be a good guy. He's doing his best with fucking Bizarro and fucking the other chick. Which I think I'm going to start reading the Red Hood. God, there's too many.
If Jason Todd Red Hood's ever been a bad guy.
Well, he was. He did. He was bad for a little while. He went mad a little bit. He went a little bad or something shit like that. Because he came back from the dead, remember?
Yeah.
And he was like bad for a while, and now he's trying to be a good guy. And that's in the rebirth of the Red Hood. So I think I might start reading that. Whether we talk about it or not, I don't know. But anyway, I might try it. So someone else, though, I don't know who he means. I really don't. And I think that's intriguing. Now, anyway, so there's a whole color scheme thing here, and I really like the idea of the color scheme that he wrote. He's like, the colors, kind of weird. You see hints of them in the colors of your allies. You see hints of them in the colors of your allies. That's a weird sentence. Dick leans blue, Damian green, and Barbara purple. It's a secret history that unites them, connects them, and differentiates them. So it's just these color patterns that it seems like, I guess that's based on this wheel, I don't know. Very cool. It's just, so the way that whoever did this to the people in the comics, so they're in this garment factory, and there's people that are like not dead. They're like naked, sitting in chairs, but they can't move because they've been cut. They've been cut so many times so closely that if they move, it opens up all the cuts around them. And he's saying the best guess is Zaz, the knife work sadism. So he's saying, I vaguely know that name. I think I know that character.
Zaz is he's
right.
He's a fucking serial killer that he like cuts the tally marks into him. He has the tally marks all over him, head to toe.
Yeah. Well, I guess they're saying that it might be this guy. So at the very end, the woman wakes up and all her cuts open up, and it's like, oh god, that's really bad.
Yeah. I kind of felt that pain a little bit when I was reading that.
Yeah, she's like, kill me. All right, so I don't know if I did a good job explaining about but so what I'm curious about is this just like an offshoot? Like this isn't the main storyline. This is just a quick.
I don't know. Maybe maybe
let's see Duke.
Maybe
all the issues might have this. Maybe that's a little weird, right? Like I don't know.
Like I've never read an All-Star series. I know they've existed, but I've never delved.
Yeah, so I don't know. So I mean, if you guys have any idea, let us know, please. But no, I mean, this looks, but this was kind of cool, though. I like that we're getting to see a little more of Duke, because I think that yellow suit, when we first saw that, we were like, that looks fucking dope.
Yeah, I just want to know what the fucking
I like
name
it. I like it. I know, he doesn't have a name yet. But he could be a new Batman, so that's fucking cool. I liked it. I like this little back piece. I like the front piece. The front section. Fucking awesome. I want to make one comment. So we see the Batmobile. First of all, I love that Batmobile. That is the Batman animated series Batmobile. Fucking sick. I'm not gonna lie to you. Love that Batmobile. The T-Rex. All right. I still haven't looked into this theory. It's really just a Google fucking search away. But my theory, because I'm in the middle of reading Dark Knight Strikes Again. I'm on book 2 of Dark Knight Strikes Again. And in that book, they take down Superman. They team up against Superman and take him down. And he sends a holographic T-Rex at him.
Who does? Who sends a holographic T-Rex at him?
Batman. He enters like the Batcave, Superman, and he sets a holographic T-Rex after him. And he's like, really, Bruce? Really? This is really?
In a long
and he like shattered. Dude, he sends a T-Rex after him. And now there's a fucking T-Rex in the obviously it's a fucking staple because it's in every Batcave in every comic that I'm now reading with Batman.
Yeah, but I think it was before that it was in there.
Oh, God.
In there before that.
All right, somebody let us know. If somebody can let us know, I'd love to fucking know what that is. I mean, again, I could just Google search it, but it could be a good conversation. Anyway, guys, so that is, you know what I didn't read? I didn't read this thing, Why All-Star Batman from Scott Snyder. So I got to check it out. But, all right, so I think that's it. That's it for comics. I do want to talk about one more thing. But before we go, is that anything else about? I like the story. I'm fucking really liking the story with Two-Face. He's such a good writer, man. I love his work, and it's like inspiring, you know, to read really good stories in comics. You know what I mean? Really in-depth stuff.
I'll be able to.
Obviously, you're not by your mic. I don't know. I liked it. I'm very intrigued by this story. So, no more about it. I think we're good. I think that'll cover All-Star Batman. Good stuff. Go pick it up if you haven't. It also has an ad for Batman Beyond #1. So, is that Tim Drake? Is that it? Is that the deal?
I don't know what's that.
Terry McGinnis. No, it says Terry McGinnis returns as the original Dark Knight of Tomorrow to stop Joker Beyond.
Which is awesome that Joker Beyond is back. That's going to be cool.
Yeah, it's also written by Dan Jurgens, dude. And art by Bernard Chang, so that's got to be cool. I think I'm following Chang on Instagram. Guys, I think that'll do it for comics. Very briefly, very quickly, Alec and I started playing No Man's Sky. We really haven't talked about games, but we'll periodically talk about games on here. We might be starting a gaming podcast, but that is in the works. We'll talk about that another time. But we started playing No Man's Sky. If you don't know what No Man's Sky is, it's basically Minecraft in space at base level. You have your ship. You're crash landed on a planet. You have to get off the planet. Fix your ship by mining and harvesting. There's a bunch of animals. There's like tons of animals on these planets. It's an entire world procedurally generated, which basically means no two worlds look alike. It's done on the fly. There are not pre-made levels. It's all planets. It's 18 quintillion planets. It's an entire universe worth of content. And you fly around in your ship and you warp and you go through black holes and you meet alien races and you have to manage your exosuit and your ship's cargo and like its power and it's not as boring as it sounds. It's all very awesome. More or less arcadey. I'm not saying it's a very hard situation. It's just a click of a button and you put some energy into your suit or something. Storms on planets, crazy animals that are like the size of dinosaurs to little tiny rat-looking
it really
things.
Gives you the feeling that you're actually stranded in space, like you have no home.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
It's such a chill game, and that's exactly how they describe it too. Like the soundtrack is phenomenal.
I honestly listen to my own music while I play it.
No, dude, turn that off for a second and listen to that shit. It's so good.
I'm about to listen to the Witcher soundtrack while I play that.
Oh,
you know,
fucker.
there you
That's
go.
good.
That'll fit.
That's good. But anyway, guys, so if you play No Man's Sky and you listen to this podcast, let us know what you think about that. Let us know what you think about any of the comics that we spoke about. If you want to get in touch with us, please do. We can be reached on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all at TheComicsNoob, comics with an S, TheComicsNoob. You can get us on YouTube. If you're listening to us on YouTube, you know the channel already. But I would just search for The Comics Noob on YouTube right now because we're a little shy of the subscriber amount that you need to have a legit name. So right now it's just all those numbers and letters. If you're listening to us on iTunes or SoundCloud or Stitcher or Google Play, or from TheComicsNoob.com, which is another place that you can go to get all archives. So if you listen to us on a place that doesn't have our archived episodes, check it out on iTunes or at TheComicsNoob.com. Again, that's at TheComicsNoob on all social media sites, even on Twitter. I didn't even mention Twitter. So yeah, at TheComicsNoob. Just search us on all the media sites. We're all on there. Check us out. Give us, come say hi to us. Shout us from the moon top. I don't know. It's fucking late. It's like, I don't know. What time is it? It's 10 o'clock. It's fucking past our bedtime. I'm fucking tired. It's been really hot here in New York, so I'm fucking dying out there, man. Guys, that's it. I want to thank all of our listeners, all of the regular people who come back and listen and download and listen, and you guys are fucking great. I love you guys. We love you guys. Oh, you can also get the Cult of Personality on Instagram. That's Alec, the Cult of Personality. He puts up some cool shit. Also check him out on Twitter. He's wait, what are you on Twitter again? Scruffy Man. There you go. Go get that. I always say, and anything gaming. If you do any gaming, I am Ronin 1011, Ronin 1011G on PlayStation 4, and Ronin 1011 on Xbox, and basically everything. I'm Ronin 1011. You just search Ronin 1011, you'll find me. Alec is your shepherd. Your shepherd 123. It says gamer tag.
PlayStation
and PS4. So
yeah.
Whatever. So that's it, guys. We got to work on our Batman episodes. We're going to do all Batman.
I got to bring over Assault on Arkham. You got to watch that.
I got to watch Assault on Arkham. I still got Batman Forever. I got to watch here. I got Batman Under the Red Hood.
I don't even think I saw that one. I would like to see that.
So come over and watch it. I have it from the library, dude. So we could watch it. We could take a look at it because we haven't seen it yet. So that'd be something. So just come over. We'll watch a couple movies. Cool, anyway, that's it, guys. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. We love you guys. Hope you enjoyed the show. And please leave us some feedback. Let us know what you think. Give us a good rating if you can. That would be amazing if you gave us a rating. I would love that. You guys are awesome. And that's it. I think we might be starting a Patreon soon, guys. I don't know. Probably in the works. That's it. Love you guys. Sleep well, eat well, live well, game well, be well.
Don't drink soda.
What? Don't drink
that
soda.
Anyway,
I know, yeah. Anyway, that's it. We're out, guys. Peace out.